Hi, Cancer. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Cancer. Most vital messages, please. Thank you so much. Interesting. We have Remembrance and Yule log here. Let's go ahead. Your spirit's guiding you. Take a look at this card. She's holding her hands up like, very interesting. This could be feminines as well. So rely on your emotions at this time, your instincts. Reflection, inner knowing, and realignment. Oh, how thy glimpse glimmer in the darkest of sights, never forgotten, never still, yet pacing the mind in the twilight of the night. This could be a time when you feel inspired at that time. These could be, you could be letting something go in your relationships, commitments. Something about your health as well, work, how you serve the world, reciprocity. Remembering invites you to think back on happier days and be reminded of what it was like to feel free and at ease. It's common to lose feeling of wonder from childhood. As we grow into adults, you build lives and fill your days with responsibilities, but the child that lives within you holds the key to your most authentic self. This is the part of you that leaps without fear and isn't jaded by social conditioning. Remember this inner child, for they are waiting for you to permit yourself to play. So it's a great time to experiment, especially if you're being called to try something new. You have pulled remembering to remind you to have fun and remember the little joys of life. So go with your instincts at this time. Have you been too serious lately? Have you forgotten what it's like to make time to play and be silly? Life is hard. There's no denying that. But children can often see things with clear eyes because the harshness of life has not weighed them down. So allow yourself to cleanse, to let go, to shed, especially any kind of burdens that you might have felt from your relationships or business contracts. You were guided to connect with a part of you that remains innocent, knows how to be present in the moment, and can see things with pure optimism and joy. There's a new business contract coming up for you or a new relationship as well. Protecting your emotions, understanding your emotions, taking power back. Letting go, creation, God and the goddess. Insert me with a bleeding thought. So there are spirits that are trying to guide you. They could be inserting images in your head, thoughts, inspirations, music, words. A sacred creation birthed from thy. I am God, I am goddess. I am the creation and the creator. The power of three with those three candles there as well. I just thought of the Stranger Things. There's a clip, when she uses lights. She communicates with the spirits with the lights and everything like that. This mindset shift, especially in regards to your emotions. Sorry if you hear the shuffling of these rocks. Just adjusting it. Yule logs are burned for 12 days and represent the rising sun and the birth of a new sun god. We are kind of culminating our season, really. I mean, Scorpio season, which we're beginning to enter, I think, or now in, is all about the death and rebirth, right? It's the ending. This is the time when the veil is the thinnest between the worlds. I was just telling Gemini, I was looking into auto writing, AUTO, auto writing. Like, there's a great YouTuber who does auto writing with John Lennon and Elvis. So if you feel guided to look that up on YouTube, it's very interesting for sure. Yule logs are decorated with all kinds of Christmas cheer, and when it is lit, each member of your household gets to take a turn tossing in anything you'd like to release from the year. Shed your skin, right? That's what Scorpio's associated. The snake, the healing snake. We take the venom and we turn it into medicine. Each person gets to set an intention for what they hope to call into their lives. Yule logs, this is alchemy, right? Transmuting one energy to another. Yule logs represent the beautiful cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. When we clear out the old, we make space for all the beauty left to come. Beautiful. So you're really elevating at this time, shedding. Creation is a harmonic blend of both destruction and building. Some things must be cleared and destroyed so you have room to welcome in something new. You're elevating, right? Channel the energy of the goddess by healing and letting go of anything holding you back. View yourself with compassion, mother yourself, right? Then channel the power of the god by invoking action, courage, and determination. It's kind of like I was listening to how people do spell work and they usually have to cleanse before they actually do the spell, right? Very interesting. Both energies, male and female, are required to be successful in your dreams, balancing the yin and the yang, right? The dark and the light. Goals and manifestations. Yule log reminds you that what you wish for will take more than one approach. So keep practicing, keep learning, stay flexible. I think when you transmute all the energies of the old, all your emotions about the past, you're really adding new fertilizer to the soil, right? I think that's what the mushrooms represent in this card. It allows you to come more into your heart, into your manifestation. A new gateway opening up in your mind. Cancer. Could be exiting out of a karmic loop, a karmic cycle. Yeah. The destroyer here. The underworld. You can see how their hands are folded to the moon, which means there's a feminine presence around you, or something in the dark of night. Could be helping you, guiding you. I'm going to go ahead and read you guys the desert. Interesting, we have the temple on the bottom as well. It's allowing you to channel your energy. You see how these two hands here? Into growth. I'm getting the taste of guavas. Maybe somebody here likes guavas. Let's go ahead and find the desert. Please forgive me for a moment. The drought, the wasteland, the badlands. No, it's not. It's just called in between. The desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with a lack of clarity or existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of the day-to-day life. The desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright. Its darks are terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. It's kind of giving like sages going out in the desert to seek guidance, right? Truths reside in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. The crows, the shadows, and the coyotes' calls surround you. I actually watched the movie The Crow last night, so if you are interested, good movie. I loved it. It was good. Let the winds and the sands work their deep magic, weary traveler. Listen to the sound of the wind. Wind carries spirits. Surreal, strange, unexpected visions or silence on the light side. On the dark side, drawing, deadening, disorienting, or isolating. Go deeper. Franz Herbert's Dune, Barry Lopez's Desert Notes, Edward Abbey's Desert Solitaire. Desert Solitaire. Interesting. There's a gateway opening up here, definitely, regarding relationships, mindset shifts, and how you deal with that thing with friends. Maybe coworkers. When in the throes of the desert, contemplate the following. You are not alone. You have more supplies with you than you think, and water is very near. Water represents also emotions, the feminine as well. The desert is alive and pulsing with energy, despite, I'm getting a vision of somebody like, when they search for water and with those sticks, I forget what they're called. They're like divining sticks or whatnot. Yeah, the desert allows you to actually clarify your psychic gifts without distraction. The desert is alive and pulsing with energy despite its desolate appearance. Turn towards it rather than away. Now let's go ahead and read the temple. The sanctuary, the shrine, the altar. So maybe after you cleanse yourself, you're able to channel your energy. When we think of the temple, we often envision the architectural structure in a far-off land. We are quick to distance ourselves from the sacred, assuming we must expend much effort in order to arrive. Yet the temple is universal and omnipresent, accessible in the highest and lowest, richest and poorest. Visiting the temple might be as simple as stepping into the dappled light of the forest, slowly, sensuously kissing a lover, or closing your eyes to travel inwards. I'm getting this Florence machine. Florence, I forget the band name, but there's a song where she enters a church. It's like a very cleansing song. This card is a call to re-examine what you pay homage to and what you reject. What do you spend your time worshipping? Your phone, money, or material goods? What barriers do you draw between yourself and the sacred? Perhaps there is room on your altar for something new, something surprising. Offer it to the heavens. So maybe you're doing petitions or something like that. Reverence for all. Life is a sanctuary. Calling in good spirits, calling in happiness, joy, light, and love. Working with your guides, angels. On the dark side, idolatry, cults, or strict spirituality. So stay flexible, listen to the spirits. And it's interesting. There's a darkness between these hands. So it's like you have to go through the darkness first, accept it, bond with it, work with it, and then you can channel it into light. Though indeed the temple travels with you, this card is interwoven with the pilgrim archetype. If you've been longing for a spiritual journey, book your tickets. This could be even mental. The ancient yogis saw the body itself as a temple, every function and feature of it as expression of divinity. Build a shrine with found materials. Don't spend any money, only time. Maybe drawings, sigils, things like that. Cancer's most vital message is to align them on their most divine, destined path. Butterfly, fragility, beautiful. And we see the mushrooms again repeating in this card. Mushrooms transmute, right? I believe I remember hearing in Russia they had nuclear, issues there, right, from all that radiation, and they planted these mushrooms, and the mushrooms would soak up all this grossness, right, all this disease, transform it, heal the earth. Precious moments flutter by, so fragile, like a butterfly. Yeah, there's spirits around you. Pay attention to animals you see, and specifically those that fly. Pay attention to movement around you, the wind. Look outside your window. Rest, rebirth amongst the flowers. Adapt to transformational powers. Wow. Your powers are increasing. Your intuition, clairvoyancy, your guidance. Consumed by the torment of suffering, a long dark night of the soul, life has lost meaning and you are left utterly broken, which is good. It allows light to come in. I heard a great quote that said, life breaks everyone. And I forget who said this, but it was in the Crow movie, I think. But it says, life breaks everyone, and the light comes in those cracks and makes you stronger. And those it doesn't break, it kills. A rather delicate situation left you feeling exposed, tender, or fragile, and the outcome threatens to be tenuous. As the abyss of the great dark void stares back at you with only emptiness for unwelcome company, allow the spirits to lift you as my dainty wings dance with you. I'm here to remind you that to be fully alive, you must be willing to let go of old parts of you over and over, to die over and over again. And death is very good. It's not painful, and it usually kills off things that are not good for us, like disease. As one who has walked through the darkness, you are now ready to emerge and be transformed into the light, to hold the energy of both dark and light in balance. Fly with me to embrace both the beauty and pain that life brings, however fleeting, and make the most of every fragile moment to feel fully alive. Be gentle with yourself. It is okay to feel less than perfect. Take steps to heal and mend. Butterflies indicate transformation. I think those who do shadow work are usually much stronger and more powerful, right? They authentically love themselves. Butterflies indicate transformation, liberation, and creative inspiration for you. So you're evolving. You are at the end of a cycle. New beginnings await. Time to be carefree. Release any self-imposed restrictions that now feel cumbersome. You're elevating. You're changing frequency. You're changing yourself. You might be, this is pushing you on your divine destiny, your path, your purpose. Allow yourself to go there. When a witch astral travels, her spirit comes out of her mouth in the shape of a butterfly. Work butterfly magic for friendship, freedom, fertility. Never kill a white butterfly, as this is the soul's vehicle after death. Create a butterfly garden by planting woodlea to attract butterflies, or wear symbols to enhance butterfly magic and transform your life. Maybe you want to put like a butterfly item on your altar if you have one, or create one. It's very simple to create an altar. Just space. I have mine near my window, if that helps you at all. I leave my window open so the wind can rush in and spirits can come if they so wish or go. There's a mindset shift regarding the people around you as well. There could be new opportunities in your work. Cancer. You could have had a bad mother figure in your life. Somebody who was not very nurturing, caring, wasn't on the same wavelength as you. Everything has a reason, right, and a purpose. Why we came in with certain parents and such, but it doesn't mean they're a part of our soul family and that we should neglect ourselves, right? This person could secretly love you, or somebody could, but it doesn't mean they're good for you. Or it could be a Scorpio. We still shouldn't trust them. They might have bad forces, you know. They might be susceptible to negative energies. I'm going to grab you guys an Egyptian. Thank you for being here. Cancer. Osiris, death and rebirth. Beautiful. There are snakes, so many snakes, and you see that ball of light above each one. We are entering Scorpio season, of course, the shedding. This will make you very much stronger. You'll understand the dark and the light. Could be exiting out of karmic cycles, elevating, paying back karma. You're done. You're moving towards greatness, towards truth, towards treasure. A burning has happened, a shedding away. It's interesting in the past position how we have all this red, which represents like fires, something burning away, fears, cleansing, right? Burning away through fear. They want me to read this card, so I will. You're letting go of shame. Meditation could be good. Breathing exercises. Calling in, breathing in good light and expelling all the negativity or any darkness. This could be about give and take dynamics. Maybe this mother figure took too much, wanted too much. Anyways, autumn. The culmination, the broad view, generosity. Something about reciprocity here. Somebody might have not been giving as much, right, of course. So you had to move towards different people in your life. In alchemical terms, autumn is the denouement of Earth's great narrative. It is a symbol of culmination, harvesting, and resolution. The story of our year finds closure, and we begin to look towards the horizons of the next one. It is likely this card will appear as an indicator of efforts culminating, of hard work paying off, of fruit hanging low for the taking. Gratitude and generosity are the spirit of the season, so share the wealth of your fortune. Looking back, you realize many hands and hearts have helped you along the way. Holding tight to your bounty won't do you any good. The alchemist shares their wisdom and wealth. They offer their boons back to the world as a part of the ongoing cycle. That's maybe why they're suggesting an altar, so you can give offerings to spirits. To help them, guide them, food, water. Even just a cup of water on your altar is very helpful. Be like an autumnal tree. Come to fruition and then release. Go deeper. Donate any amount will do. To ponder. Active generosity. This could be with a friend. Maybe you're communicating with somebody. Enjoying food with them. Taking somebody out to a restaurant or something. This card nudges us to look at the big picture. It's time to reflect back on the journey you've just completed. Free-form writing and sending notes of thanks serve you well. I did mention petitions, didn't I? Petitions are writing. You can also look up auto writing on YouTube. I was listening to that last night. Quite interesting. A lot of information. So that's she wrote for like Princess Diana or John Lennon. So if you feel called to check out those on YouTube, very interesting. A lot of knowledge, information. If you don't have children or if you don't leave DNA on Earth, you don't need to reincarnate. Death is not painful. Fall is related to the earth element and the cardinal. Direction of the west. You may be reminded of distant relatives or ancestors. Welcome them into your harvest celebrations. Say thank you. Always give thanks. Bless your home. Sorry if you hear me moving all that. Yep. Okay. Let's grab you a tarot. You're coming out of denial. You're really concentrating your energy, like the hermiting, like the high priestess. You know, in Halloween, we put on different costumes and connect with the dead. You see the light and the dark in this card, right? A transition, a gateway opening up. I'll go ahead and read that for you. What approaches Cancer? You're letting go of pain, karma. Could be entering a period of flowering, of blooming in the future. higher perspective, something more aligned with your spiritual purpose here. You can see that white dress on that card, the purity, the beautiful silkiness of it. Happiness anew from the flowers sent. The outlook for you means encouragement. So maybe you could offer flowers as well on your altar, or put on beautiful perfumes, or even when you write petitions, like I call in health, healing, and love, and encouragement, and support, and thank you, you could put a little bit of perfume if you have any. Days will be filled with pleasures come true. Fate has willed the best unto you. Beautiful. There could be a lot of feminine energy in your life that's helping you, supporting you. Unconscious awareness, subtle influences, and mystery. You can see how she has a tied little note there. So yeah, auto writing could be very important for you. It allows you to connect with your angels around you. You could know their names. You could. I suggest if you're interested in learning how to do it, just search up, how to do auto writing. It's much simpler than you think, but it's good to get guidance. Encountering mystery is never an easy process. What organized by the Magus is rooted here by the Queen of Winter and the physical embodiment of Winter, the Mary Lune. She is the High Priestess, the Bone Queen. She threatens to simultaneously tear you into 1,000 pieces, whilst also carrying you across the abyss of mystery and towards the light of spring. The Mary Lune is a Welsh midwinter custom of bardic battle. Interesting, we had Bardo here as well. Music is important. Maybe you're listening to Celtic music or calming music, lute, flute, what do you call those? You know what I mean? I forget what you call those. It's like a big thing, you pluck the strings. Where the skull of a horse atop the white robe is animated and carried from house to house and pub to pub, she is paradoxically fabulous and terrifying at the same time. She stands at a liminal time. In her undead guise, she sings of mystery that was old when the world was new. Guys, she sings of mystery that was old when the world was new. She carries the child upon her back across the abyss of the mysterious, and in doing so reveals something of its nature. The Mary Lune is a unifying force that binds all opposites. It's interesting because we had that full moon in Aries just on October 17th. I think you're getting a higher perspective. You're really uniting yourself with all opposites. Working, manifesting, combining in a way that coalesces their energy into a cohesive whole. She does this from a position of deep feeling and balance. This is a deeply ethereal card that deals primarily with the subtle and often spiritual forces at play in one's life and situation. Okay. There is much more swimming beneath the surface than you might be aware of. Ponder the subtle forces at play and how you might bring them into a place of moderation or balance. This is not the time to employ logic or rationality, but rather trust your instincts to feel your way through the situation. In doing so, you arrive at a place of clarity. I heard the word destiny as well. It is tempting to run away from the situation, but trust the Mary Lune, and she will kneel for you to climb onto her back. Give your gut feelings the attention they deserve, for clarity comes in doing so. There's a mastery. A mastery may be in understanding your own self-love and the people that can give you opportunities for support and power and finances and more self-love. We'll get a few tarot, of course. Grab some messages. Yeah, I split the deck at the moon. The world, something is ending. You're letting go of it, completing it, mastering it. You're mastering all elements. You're understanding them. Cleansing, clearing, allowing things to fade away. Yeah, justice is coming. A balancing of the scales. You might even be learning at this time. There are definitely guides around you. Ancestors. So if you feel guided to any angels, definitely go ahead and check that out. Clarity is coming. Happiness is coming. Maturity, heart, leadership is coming. You can see the destroyer here with that beautiful gold ring. It's encapsulating all that's not good, burning it away, seeing something clearly with the light of spirituality, seeing beyond deception, seeing through the darkness. Yeah. You're being led by instinct now. Surviving, adapting. Cancer, thank you. Moonlighting. So many references to the moon. The moon is lighting your way. They're guiding you towards peace. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping the other job to pay the bills. Soon the dream career takes flight and fully supports you. Beautiful. Something about lilies here. You know, in the movie The Crow, white lilies were very significant as well, so. Something is ending, shedding, being reborn. Get you an animal message. Cancer's most vital advice, please. Thank you. Life is a mystery, and lay a solid foundation. This is in regards to your work. The beaver is being guided to where the resources are. If you feel called to Gemini's reading, go ahead and check that out if you'd like. You might have Gemini placements. There's a new understanding of your emotions in general and how to manifest from them. You know, they say emotions are energy in motion. I like the color green here. There's a healing of heart chakra, an understanding, even an intuitiveness that's coming through. Bobcat or lynxes could be very important spiritual animals that you might want to look up the meaning on YouTube about. They usually indicate, from what I've learned, they're very independent, right? And they use their instincts, and they're very flexible. They're not very big creatures either, but they're very powerful, and they guide you through the spiritual realms to see something clearly, beyond illusions, beyond darkness. Cats have great sight, right? This will allow you to lay a better foundation going forward. I'm seeing the beaver's tail hitting the ground. I don't know why they do that. Are they patting the ground? Oh yeah, they pat when they put like mud in their structures. I think they use their tail for that. Beavers are very flexible as well, so the beaver spirit could be important too. You know, they're very interesting creatures for sure, on land and in water, which gives the vibe of the temperance angel, right? 1 foot on water, 1 foot on land, transmuting energy into positivity, into abundance, into wisdom, into growth. Spiritual guidance, beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Yeah, Hawk Spirit, let Spirit be your guide. Yeah, this will lead you to manifest, come into leadership, come into your heart, come into joy. Very beautiful. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. I guess I'll read that for you. Beautiful folks. We have the unknown on the bottom of that deck over there, by the way. Trust the timing. There's a gateway opening up in regards to where you live or your emotions, your emotional foundation, and your work. How you interact with your work or your daily routine or your health from an emotional standpoint. Building stronger foundations in those areas. Wow, I just noticed the women here. It's like there are 3 women. You can see them kind of gliding across the water. It's giving the vibe of the Hereditary. I haven't watched that movie, and I don't suggest you do. We don't want to put negative emotions in our mind, of course, but I think I was listening to an analysis on TikTok, and they were saying they had the camera on the house in this movie, and when it became dark, all these spirits came out. So that could be important. When it goes dark, the spirits are around you, protecting you, guiding you. So constantly cleanse your space, thank them, call in good spirits, wish love, you know what I mean? So often those who feel like they're here for a reason sense that time is running out and they spend their life worrying they might miss their moment. The only way to miss your life or your moment is to spend time worrying about missing it. It's never too late to answer a calling. You're never too old. The tides of your life are magnificently orchestrated to come in and out in perfect unison. I watched a movie called Hereafter. In the beginning of the movie, there's a tsunami, I think it's called, when the waves pull out completely. You could have gone through this, and then the wave rushed in and it killed people, of course. But there was one woman in the movie, and she died for a bit, and then somebody was resuscitating her, and she came back to life. And after that, her life was entirely changed. She wrote a book about the life after death, and very nice movie. I suggest it. It has Matt Damon in it as well. He plays a psychic. So if you're called to watch that movie Hereafter, it's very nice. Maybe the language French could be important as well. And she was older when she answered her calling in that movie too. Not too old, but 40. It doesn't matter what age. Time doesn't really exist. The tides of your life are magnificently orchestrated to come in and out in perfect unison. Don't race ahead and ride a wave that was never meant for you. You'll waste precious time and energy when instead you could be enjoying your life. Everything has a season, and you're being called to trust the one you're in. Don't let impatience, comparison, competition, or paranoia disturb the seeds. It seems that everyone has anxiety these days, constantly scanning for something they might have missed or a possible threat. Keep your mind and body pointed in the same direction. As our soul is near impossible at such reactive speeds, don't let yourself be distracted. Center yourself. Slow down. Right now, you're being reminded to take a breath and trust the wave you came in on, to trust the season you're in. Time is not running out. There's plenty of time. There's no rush, and it's never too late. It's interesting because in a lot of those auto writing, which I listen to, I think on the Princess Diana one, she was mentioning how, he has enough time. Everything happens in timing, our soul contracts that we came here to fulfill. How can you trust the timing of your life more? We have whale and orca elders on the bottom. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. You could be clairaudient as well. Music is very vital as well. Perspective, This could be helping you to align yourself with something. Alrighty then. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. There's a gateway, there's a door. They're leading you towards a door. They're supporting you. They're almost pointing the way towards this door. You feel guided by the spirits. I'm going to go ahead and read whale and orca elders for you as well. Thank you for being here. A letting go, a shedding, a higher perspective. The whale and orc elders are benevolent cosmic beings here to anchor a frequency of love in the planet, to harmonize it with their song. As they weave around the oceans, they do so much more than any of us know. Their physical presence affects Earth's magnetic field, and their harmonics call us to wake up and remember our own soul song. It's interesting how the aura is impacted by the chakras and magnetic fields that we emanate from our chakras, the energy. Looking into the eye of the whale is something you'll never forget. Whales see into your very being. In an instant, you're changed forever. They see beyond the physical, the woundings, the identity, the personality, the story. They see right into your soul. If you pull this card, you're being called to surrender to your deepest truth and share it with potency, to bow to who you truly are, to stretch your heart wide enough to hold it all. You could also work with Angel Raphael, to leave your fears, doubts, and baggage at the door. I think Michael Seeley has a really great hypnosis about removing negativity. So maybe if you feel called to do that, take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, lay down, listen to that. To question any part of you that doesn't feel good enough. You're letting go of things. The whale and orca elders want to give others the privilege of seeing who you truly are, and for you to see the same in other beings. Drop your hang-ups and personality flaws and get busy revealing the unique note of your soul that came here to sing. Allow the song that echoes in the 4 chambers of your heart to emanate in all 4 directions. Peel back the layers of suffering and pain and reveal to others your soul's true song. And endeavor to see the soul in all you meet. There's a mastery, a completion. We did see the world card, didn't we? We did. You're understanding yourself a lot more deeply for sure. We'll grab you a few beautiful tea leaf cards. Tea could be important as well. It's interesting how we had like a lot of triangles in your reading, and then we have the pyramid here. It's very faint, but it's like pointing up. It's right above the gateway, honestly. It's like a little pyramid there. Cancers. Any last messages? Thank you. Temporary problems. You're moving beyond it. You can see the sun rising above the clouds, above the confusion, seeing things. Beautiful. Amen. They're guiding you. The spirits are guiding you towards happiness, understanding, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Look how many suns. All suns on these cards. Rising, rising, rising. Cleansing, purifying, giving you strength, happiness, joy, power. Tapping into your unique power, your heart. Could be to do with your subconscious, moving beyond sadness, towards good fortune, towards balancing all the 4 elements. You could be rejecting something you used to work on, maybe even a career option, changing that. You might not be working with somebody who has lighter features, specifically a man, or there's something else. You're seeing yourself more innocently, perhaps. Yeah. Especially if you've been operating out of such a feminine polarity, you're really stepping into more of your masculine side of initiating, of creating, guiding yourself, following your true calling. Don't allow any worries to stop you. Be excited. New opportunities and possibilities and paths are opening. And we saw that right there, right? It's very interesting how we have the same shape there and the same shape here. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for being here. Please hit like, comment, share, subscribe. I truly appreciate it. If you want a personal reading, you can message me on Telegram if you so wish. And if you want to leave a tip, you can do through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. Take care of yourself. Best wishes.